Hello, welcome to Science Radio. Today we're going to be talking about wind energy. Wind is a very powerful thing, but we have found new ways to turn it into energy. How much, you asked? Well, you're about to find out. People have been using wind energy for over 100 years, but people are still finding new ways. It is good for our ecosystem and can help stop pollution. For example, a windmill was one of the first wind energy machines and is still used today. Windmills are used to pull up grain and pump water away from the fields. It started in the 1800s when it was only a few years old and smaller. It was only used for farms in the United States. The last thing we are going to say about windmills is that they could bring up water. This was very helpful to farmers when they needed water for crops, cows, and maybe wheat and grain. Today we have moved our knowledge and technology up a level in wind. We created an even better wind machine called wind turbines. Wind turbines can spin faster and produce more energy than windmills, even in light winds. The electric energy from this product can be used for many things, not just for pumping water and grinding grain. Like windmills, wind turbines can be as tall as 20 stories high, and the blades of wind turbines are not shaped like blades. They actually look like helicopter propellers. Did you also know that they have special brakes to help them not spin too fast in storms or to help them stop during repairs? Wind turbines also have a gearbox that makes the generator spin so many times for each time a blade spins. A wind turbine's blades are over 30 meters long. No wonder they have to be so tall. Wind turbines and windmills are similar in many ways. The first way is location. Windmills are built in fields because the wells are nearby and it is easier to pump the water out of the field. Wind turbines are usually built on mountains in big open areas like fields. They are put there in a part of safety and more wind use. As expected, a disadvantage about wind energy is that wind sadly doesn't blow all the time and cannot be stored for future use. Another very sad disadvantage is that birds are sometimes killed by flying into towers or blades. Also, some people think that windmills and wind turbines are too loud and disturbing. The last disadvantage is location. Since the wind energy producers are built far away from the city areas, it costs a lot of money to move all energy to cities. Wind turbines can be very weird things. By that I mean the shape of them. You would think it would look like a tall pole with 3 blades, but actually there is a wind turbine called an egg beaters. It is a pole with 2 metal pieces beating out the sides of it. It doesn't even have blades. There are 2 main types of wind turbines: vertical axis turbines and horizontal axis turbines. Horizontal are the very tall, traditional looking, with 3 blades like an airplane propeller type of turbine. The vertical is the untraditional, with blades attached to the top and bottom of the vertical rotor, and they do not perform well. The types of vertical windmills are post mill, hollow mill, tower mill, and smock mill, but the tower mill doesn't produce a lot of energy. Wind is the power of these wind tools, but what is wind? Good thing you asked. Wind is a type of energy we call solar energy. When there is an uneven heating level in the atmosphere by the sun and the shaky rotation of the earth, all of these things happen to make up wind. Like the sun, wind is a renewable energy. That means that no matter how much wind is used for energy in a day, there will always be more the next day. I wish the money in my bank account was a renewable energy. Yet wind energy is not widespread because only certain areas have suitable wind conditions to make what is called a wind farm. Can you believe that there is wind farms just like cattle, chickens, soybeans, and more? In 2014, wind power was used for only 31% of the world's energy. Many European countries rely on wind power, and China and India are starting to use this resource more. According to World Atlas, the world's 3 largest wind farms are the Guangzhou Wind Farm in Guangzhou, China at 7,965 megawatts, and the Alta Wind Energy Center in California, USA at 1,548 megawatts. Some wind farms are located in places of high elevation because wind speed has to be at least 10 miles per hour. Wind farms must have access to transmission facilities. This seems to be a problem for making most farms efficient because there is not enough power transmission capacity. Things have improved greatly since the first farm was built in southern New Hampshire in December 1980, with storage and other natural resources. Even more research will go into learning how to harvest the wind's energy. Well, if wind is free, we know something must cost a lot about the process. To build a commercial level turbine at 2 megawatts costs approximately $3 to $4 million installed. A large home only needs a 10 kilowatt machine, and that will run around $50,000 to $80,000. But the biggest question is, if there is enough wind with enough speed. Remember, 10 miles per hour wind is needed to be efficient energy supply. For the most of us, that takes us back to the faithful windmill for the simple farming tool. With the ever-changing science in wind energy, it is important to stay tuned into Science Radio to know what is out there. The future may demand we rely on some type of renewable resource. Education is important to know what is the best energy source for your home may be. Thank you for listening to Science Radio. Stay tuned for next week. We will be talking about thunder and lightning.